Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hall of Fame series. Today, I have with me Gaurav Bhalla, and we are going to talk about his amazing journey with Navidai. Gaurav has been with us for the last 4 years, and during this, 4 months, and during this time, he accomplished an amazing feat of losing 15 kgs. And today is Gaurav's story, how he accomplished, what challenges he went with. A little introduction about Gaurav. Gaurav is from Chandigarh in India, currently settled in Hong Kong with 2 children and his wife. So this is Gaurav for you. Hello, Gaurav. Welcome to the show of Hall of Fame. First, a big congratulations to you, Gaurav. Aapne jo accomplish kara hai, this is just amazing. I am so proud of you and so very happy about your accomplishment. So Gaurav, all over to you.
Sam, no, as per your introduction, yeah. So I was born and brought up in India and then moved over to UK. I think so after 29 years of being in India, and then from move for UK, I more recently for the last year or so, I've been based out of Hong Kong. So,
excellent.
Yeah, and as Rua mentioned, happily married, having 2 kids, 2 years old and 10 years old. Yeah, thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful, great. And you will be a great role model for your kids also, Gaurav. Aap jo bata rahe ho through your journey, when your children see you, it is just amazing. So thank you once again for being a part of this Hall of Fame series. So Gaurav, when you joined us, what were your goals? With what goals did you join the Navidai program? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the goal was I didn't have any specific goals in terms of if you think about particular target weight or anything in mind, but the idea was to get healthy and get more active so I can be there with my kids and enjoy life with my kids and ensure that I'm active enough to keep at pace with them, especially the 2 years old.
Yes.
They require you to be active parents. So yeah, that was the motivation. And yeah, the overall journey has been good.
Wonderful. So thoda sa ye bataye, Gaurav, that your journey from where you started to where you are today, how has your journey been? Thoda sa give us a little bit more details into that journey, your challenges, what went well, what did not go well, and how did you finally manage to achieve this, accomplish, this amazing feat?
Thanks. So generally I've been relatively consistent. I have had my cheat days where I have to enjoy. So definitely, I've had those days. Like on the weekends, it's difficult to survive without having such certain cheat days. But definitely during the week itself, even if I've had a couple of cheat days during the weekend, I managed to recover it during the week. But one thing which I have been very consistent with is the exercise schedule, and that has helped. Not just in terms of the outcome directly from the exercise, but also probably what has helped is and I tend to exercise early in the morning. So having done that in the morning, there is this thing at the back of your mind that you have spent time and energy focusing on the health aspect. So that also drives your thinking throughout the day, that you need to maintain that momentum and keep on on that. So yeah, I'll say yes. I've been relatively very consistent in terms of the exercise, not so much probably in terms of the diet.
Okay.
I've been breaches, but yeah, no, in general, it's been a good journey. So consistency definitely has paid off till date.
So consistency has been the key. That's excellent, Gaurav. Thanks so much for sharing. So Gaurav, you are working, right? And what I understand is you work across time zones as well. So that must be making your time quite, while working, you have work pressure, and you also have a family, right? And you have to give time to your family as well. So between all of these, managing all of these priorities, how did you find out time for yourself, exercising, following the proper diet? Was this too much of a challenge? Too much? Did you have to alter your lifestyle completely in order to accommodate these changes, or did this come naturally to you? If this came naturally to you, how did you plan around it? How did you manage all of this? Basically, छोटे से उसमें कैसे आपने manage करा?
No, it's a great question. So the thing is, one is the change in thinking. So one thing I've tried to do these days, and it's been a thinking change as well. I've tried to prioritize health over everything else, because once the health in place,
Yeah.
that's when you're able to better perform at work, and not just at work, but also with the family. I see that reflected in my interaction with the family is much more pleasant if I'm healthy, so etc. So that was a awakening, and I think so that awakening has arisen in a number of people, probably as part of the pandemic was a big kick for a number of people, and then we had some personal circumstances where in the company we lost quite one of our senior executives, uh, and he was quite young, or almost what. So that there have been many kind of awakening moments which have made me prioritize health. So that's why I mentioned the one of the first thing I try to do is the first task is I go and drop my daughter up in the morning, but then I've built it into my schedule that the next half an hour, 45 minutes, I tend to spend exercising for the day. And just squeezing that half an hour, 45 minutes each day. There are challenges, don't get me wrong, that given that we are all busy, at times it's busy, but I've tried to stick to that schedule to the extent possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Make sure
having
that start with health and then move on to other things.
Good. That's a great tip, Gaurav. Once we have completed that in the morning, it sets the pace for the day. I think I heard you say that, and it works for me. If I've completed in the morning, then I'm set for the day. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. And I also like what you shared, Gaurav, that health also reflects on our relationships. We have children, we have family, and we have to maintain that, men or women alike. We have to manage these as well. And our health also reflects, if it's poor, reflects on our relationship. When it's good, it reflects on our relationship, the way we nurture. And what I also liked about what you shared is having a consistent time for exercising and making sure no matter what happens, I squeeze in the 30 to 45 minutes. You have 24 hours in a day, and you were successfully able to take out 30 to 45 minutes every day. Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. And how about your food? Did you have to plan around that, or did that come quite naturally or easily to you?
No, that was, as I mentioned, that has been a slight challenge. So
Uh-huh.
challenges involved, and the main challenge was not so much about I feeling that I'm not having enough food or not having enough variety of food. It was more about the social interactions, which I think Ruma have mentioned to you in the past, and maybe it's not unique to me. It's been so the social interaction side of things suffers at times because you stand up the crowd. So if you are in a party, you don't want to be the only person who says that I'll be eating something very different from everybody else. So just managing that uh, social aspect of a particular diet regime was challenging. But as I said, that the way I managed to overcome it is within the week, and it also helps that during the work you can concentrate on that. So I was able to I have tried to make sure that I eat healthy and according to and stick to the extent possible, not to the T, but to the extent possible to the right plan. Of course, it has helped that my wife has played a big role and she has helped with the cooking. And then also added bonus in Hong Kong, you can also get a helper, which can help you. So yeah. So those maybe some of the others on the call might not have that luxury, like the helper luxury I didn't have when I was there in UK. So that's benefited while being in Hong Kong. So yeah, that might have played a role. But overall, yeah, the thing is, if I think about it, there are healthy eating options outside as well. So especially near our work area, there are many other options. So if it wasn't the home cooked food, I would have gone to something equivalent around the place. So yeah. But having that overall attitude change that you need to maintain your health and make sure you do it not just for yourself, but it's also essential to prioritize that for your family really helped keep the momentum going.
It's like an insurance for our family, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So, Gaurav, you mentioned that you saw, your you saw positive impact on your relationships. What other areas, now that you are healthier, fitter, what other areas of your life do you also see impacted positively with this journey in health?
Yeah, sure. So one of the area which was good is actually me and my wife have started exercising together. Actually, she
Areva?
joined, although she doesn't stick with the diet. She does join me at times with the exercise when I'm doing that, and
That's
then
amazing.
yeah, so that's good. We tend to spend more time together, and at times my 2-year-old son also joins as well, and so that's a good family affair.
Right.
So it is yeah, that was a beneficial side of things, that we can do something collectively as a family. So,
Absolutely, that's great. And please say my, my gratitude to your wife as well for helping you through this journey. But she played a very important role. So thank you, thanks to her. So Gaurav, so your family also joined in. So you started having more active family life, which is great. You're also impacting other members in your family. मुझे तो काफी वक्त लग गया. It took me almost 22 years to bring my husband into exercising. We have been married for 25 years now, but that's great. My kids, 19 and 15, none of them exercise. So you've done much better than me in that sphere. So that's great. Gaurav, thoda sa please also share with us, how, so when you joined, one of the goals was weight loss, but you wanted to do it healthfully. That was the primary reason why we started working together, because we only follow healthful approaches. So in this journey, did you did you see what benefits of health did you get? Fitness, health. Did you see any benefit in your health and fitness? And what would
definitely.
it be? Huh.
Also, energy levels, they used to be in, kind of like in the evenings. Now it's not as bad. But even if I've had a stressful day, I can keep on going till a long time. So that'll definitely help with the fitness over there. Then the other thing which might be worth mentioning, I do tend to play badminton in the evenings. Some days a week, let's say 1 or 2 days a week. I've
Mhm.
seen some of my fellow players getting injured because I think so they might not be sticking to the same exercise regime.
Hmm.
Like, I'm assuming the regime I've been following as part of the whatever the fitness regime has helped my body to get to a level that I can stress it at times and
Right.
not injure. So
Yeah.
that has also been very helpful. So
Wonderful.
yeah,
Wonderful. That's great, Gaurav. Gaurav, it's an important point that you brought up. Let me share a few things here. Oftentimes, people say ki I run, then I don't need to exercise. I play badminton, I don't need to exercise. I play tennis regularly, I don't need to exercise. This is a common thought in people. And that is one of the biggest myths also. And that is why any sport is, none of the sport that we play are balanced in nature. It has higher pressure on certain areas of the body, and hence that is where the exercising and having a balanced exercise regime is very important, because that balances the strength and flexibility of different muscle groups in the body. So you said it right, Gaurav, that when we play, even recreational athletes do need to do strength and flexibility exercises. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for bringing it up so that I could, I could address that a little bit, because there's a lot of misconception around that. So great, Gaurav. Thank you so much for sharing that. And Gaurav, what is your success mantra that you have, this amazing feat in 4 months?
yeah, I wouldn't say it's a success mantra, but as I mentioned at the start of the call, so just prioritizing health,
Prioritizing.
being consistent. That if you're healthy, it will affect positively impact a number of other parts of your life. So you might need to be mindful that in the hierarchy of things you want to prioritize, health should be definitely up there
The top
with
priority.
you for life. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And one last question before I let you go, Gaurav. Which part of the program did you like?
Again, the thing is, what I liked is the exercise bit. Again, at the risk of repeating myself, the reason that was useful for me, I used to run, as you were mentioning, Uma. I also, for me, the exercise was always like go out and go for a run. It used to be always cardio focused. Now, within this program, I've seen I've had a taste of other aspects of exercising, which I never used to do, and I think that's been beneficial, definitely, in terms of building the strength, body strength, and building like the stamina and the flexibility, etc., within the body. So that holistic approach to fitness has been helpful.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great, great, Gaurav. Thank you so much. So my takeaways from talking to you, Gaurav, is consistency and prioritizing health, keeping in mind that health will impact is the most important thing. This is in the hierarchy. In the hierarchy, health is the most important thing. So thank you so much for that, Gaurav. And for our audience, I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you take a lot of tips and takeaways from what Gaurav had to share through his journey and implement it in your life as well. You can do it. It is possible. You just have to be consistent and just listen to what Gaurav has to say. And if you really wish to take away a lot of learning from what Gaurav had to say, then why don't you document it and put it right below the comments? This will help your learning as well and build the right mindset and approach towards health. So thank you once again, Gaurav, and a big congratulations once more to you, Gaurav. See you. Bye-bye.